Now at 9, we're reliving the once-in-a-lifetime moment on campus today as totality took over the sky around 3 o'clock this afternoon. How others in the path participated in today's solar eclipse.
And us humans weren't the only ones to enjoy the celestial event. How Man's best friend also took part in the event.
And fashion students had their work on display this weekend. Learn more about their reason behind the runway.
And on Capitol Hill, Biden's second attempt to implement broad student loan forgiveness. We've got the details.
And despite these clear skies, I'm tracking showers throughout the week. Find out more later in the show.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
We hope you were able to catch the once-in-a-lifetime sight today. An estimated 30 million Americans traveled to the path of totality to watch this afternoon. I'm Sophie Schick.
And I'm Alex Almanza. Day turned tonight across the U.S. as the nation experienced a total solar eclipse. Now we want to take a look at this campus, basically what campus looked like at the height of totality today. And this is video that Ball State provided to us, and take a look at that. I mean, you know, we've covered a lot of tough stories, but the sense of togetherness that we all felt across the country, kind of seeing this all together, and it really was awe-inspiring and just kind of, again, really super amazing. I mean, look at that. That's just amazing. I mean, and you can't get any better than that.
Right, absolutely. I've never seen campus so lively and so together and just open, and it was really amazing to see.
Yeah, and of course, back here at home, we've had team coverage all across the country. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez was in the path of totality for an event that's literally out of this world.
After all the excitement leading up to this day, we were finally able to witness the total solar eclipse and those 4 minutes and 25 seconds of darkness that came with it. People traveled from around the country and also the world, and it's a moment no one will soon forget. A breathtaking cosmic event witnessed by millions of Americans from as far south as Texas to the Midwest and the Northeast. Awe on the faces of children and adults alike as the moon blocked the sun, briefly casting the earth in darkness.
Day turns to night. Animals start to behave differently. We're seeing changes in the Earth's atmosphere. It's a mystical, mysterious experience.
It's an event as rare as it is beautiful, with the sun's corona visible only to those lucky enough to be in the path of totality.
We're the only planet in the solar system that this is true for. The apparent size of the moon in our sky is the same as the apparent size of the sun in the sky.
In the hours leading up to the eclipse, communities hosted parties to celebrate their geographic good fortune.
It'll be amazing.
A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, that's for sure.
Scientists taking advantage of those precious 3 to 4 minutes to unlock more clues into our planet and beyond.
Better understanding what's happening at the corona at the start of the action helps us to not only model and predict what could happen in the future, but better protect our spacecraft from space weather events and life on Earth, like our power grids and our communication systems.
The science, the spectacle, the serenity of the moment, a once-in-a-lifetime event. The next total solar eclipse visible from the contiguous United States will occur in August of 2044. Cities across the mainland, also within the path of totality and outside of that path, experienced significant temperature drops reaching several degrees. About 32 million people lived along that path of totality, and even more people were able to witness at least a partial eclipse. The next total solar eclipse won't be visible for another 20 years. In Kerrville, Texas, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
And back here in home, Indianapolis won't be in the path of totality again until the year 2153.
And this afternoon, Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary hosted an eclipse event, but it's not just for people. NewsLink Indiana's Daniel Hochstetler got his paws on the story.
People were not the only ones that were excited. How about a man's best friend? Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary hosted an eclipse event that was meant for all the dogs in the community.
Yeah, today we're here for Grateful Rescue. We're doing an eclipse event. We've invited the community out and to bring their dogs. And we have about 12 dog stations where the dogs can go do things, participate with their owner.
Pups come in all sizes. They even came with different stories. For instance, Hudson, who is a year-old Yorkie, is a therapy dog that helps the community in different ways.
He does things right now like goes to nursing homes, which is our absolute favorite thing to do. He brings so many smiles, and they love it because he gets up on the bed with them and he loves on them. And he's also involved in a school reading program. so kids can read to him, because sometimes kids aren't real sure about reading out loud to people especially.
Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary saved a dog named Oakley.
Pam rescued her from Amish people, and we adopted them.
Finally, Jasper, who is another therapy dog, also helps out in the community.
And he came to us about 7 years ago from a hoarding situation, and he helped start our rescue. He's one of our therapy dogs. He goes to nursing homes and hospice patients.
Even with all these different stories, they all came together to enjoy this phenomenon. In Muncie, Daniel Hochstetler, NewsLink, Indiana.
And if you're looking to adopt a pet, you can go to gratefulrescue.org.
Now this weekend, creativity blossomed at the Brown Family Amphitheater with the Garden of Couture fashion show. NewsLink Indiana's Abby Urban spoke with models and designers to learn more.
We have all heard of the fashion icons of today, but what if I told you we had the fashion designers of tomorrow right on campus? The Fashion Industry Studies Club is a collaborative space of designers, models, and stylists here at Ball State. Fashion shows have been held annually on campus before, but Garden of Couture is the first one for the FISC. President Scotland Purdue shares the thought process surrounding the theme.
The spring and kind of upcycled pieces and like recycled sustainability.
Not only were the pieces created and worn by students, but the fashion show itself was ran and produced by them as well. No matter the major or experience level, designers and models alike were encouraged to let their creativity bloom. Designer Jasmine Voss explains what it was like creating for an event like this.
I also just started to know how to sew, so I thought that was like really cool that I learned as I was doing it.
Although the main point of the event was to design and wear handmade styles, model Dimitri Kyriakou says it was more than just the designers that drew him to the event.
Not only is this like a collaborative setting for everyone at Ball State, like who's in fashion or art or any program, to come together and share like their talent and their voice and show off great clothes.
This event has been in the works since January, and the goal was to not only share clothes, but spread confidence, positivity, and creativity. And according to another model, Hayden Gorman, that's what fashion has always been.
I feel like a lot of people get like super bland with what they wear, and this is where we explode it, and you get fashion ideas. Get outside of your comfort zone. Don't be lame.
Not only does FISC hold fashion shows, but they also sell back handmade and upcycled pieces. Even though this is their first full-fledged fashion show, they hope to host more in the future. In Muncie, Abby Urban, NewsLink, Indiana.
And to stay up to date with further fashion shows and other events, you can follow the Fashion Industry Club on Instagram at FISC_BSU. And you know, we couldn't have asked for a more perfect day today. Of course, when we had that, totality today, it was getting a little chilly. But I think we're going to get a little more rainstorms tomorrow.
Absolutely. Now, I've heard that April showers bring May flowers, but we're having a little bit more than I've expected, so.
Yeah, but Ian Kowalski is going to break it down for us. What can we expect tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow we can't expect a lot more showers, but right now I'm just grateful to appreciate these clear skies we saw during totality carrying over into the evening. And we've warmed up a lot over the past 24 hours. 9 degrees in Muncie, 10 degrees in Indianapolis. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's going to stick around. Stay tuned to the rest of the show, where I'm going to talk about showers ahead, warmer temperatures throughout the rest of the week, and a chance of thunderstorms tomorrow evening.
Thank you, Ian. And in your national headlines, an Israeli official says the reopening of the Erez crossing for humanitarian aid has been delayed. It was set to open yesterday, but officials say they're still making logistical preparations to ensure the checkpoint can accommodate truckloads of aid. Despite the urgent need and U.S. pressure, the Israeli military agency in charge of aid deliveries says it will announce the crossing's opening, quote, once a date is set.
And on national headlines, the Biden administration has unveiled the details of a new plan to give student loan debt for millions of Americans. The White House says the new policies target specific groups. For example, people will have balances bigger than what they originally borrowed due to interest in people who enrolled in low financial value programs. Now, these proposals still need to be finalized, which could take months, but this is Biden's second attempt to implement broad student loan forgiveness after the Supreme Court struck down his first plan last summer.
And we are just a week away. Time is closing in for you to file your 2023 taxes. The IRS is sending a strong reminder that meeting your tax deadlines is crucial. This year, you have until April 15th to file your return. If you owe and fail to file by the due date, the IRS will send a 5% penalty for each month you're late. And if you file an extension by April 15th, you will have until October 15th to file your taxes. If you're paying taxes, quarterly payments are also due on April 15th, June 17th, September 16th, and January 15th of next year.
Lots more to get to coming up. Find out what researchers found is linked to higher cancer rates.
And how Walmart customers may be able to get some money back after the break.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Man, it's lonely. Like, going through life lonely.
There is the therapeutic aspect of music, just expressing how you feel. I'm going to talk to Howie about his feelings, make it into a song.
Welcome back. New research shows accelerated aging is linked to higher cancer risk in younger adults. Researchers looked at the medical records of nearly 150,000 people ages 37 to 54 in a large data registry in the UK. They put blood-based markers into an algorithm to determine each person's biological age, as opposed to how many years they've been alive, or their chronological age. They found accelerated aging, in which a person's cells are aging faster, was associated with increased risk for cancer. They found the strongest associations with lung, stomach, intestinal, and uterine cancers. The research has not been peer-reviewed yet.
Well, some health advocacy groups are arguing decaffeinated coffee is not safe for human consumption. Now, those groups are petitioning the FDA to ban a key chemical used to remove caffeine. That chemical is methylene chloride. According to the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, it's used for paint stripping, metal cleaning, and degreasing, among other industrial processes. Experts say methylene chloride has been designated as a carcinogen by groups like the World Health Organization and Environmental Protection Agency.
And Walmart shoppers could be entitled to as much as $500 as part of a class action lawsuit settlement. Walmart was initially sued in 2022 over allegations that it overcharged customers for certain products, including some rollback discounted items. The lawsuit alleged that shoppers at checkout were deceptively led to think they were paying the lowered prices on certain sold-by-weight items, like meats, poultry, and seafood. The retailer late last year reached a settlement to pay $45 million to customers.
Well, do you have $1 in your pocket? What can you buy for $1 anymore nowadays? Well, if you said not much, this next story won't be too surprising. Now, 99 cents only stores announced last Thursday that it's shutting down. Now, the discount chain operates 371 stores in California, Texas, Arizona, and Nevada. Now, those are all closing, but the retailer cites rising costs and shrink as the reasons. Shrink is an industry term that includes losses from theft and errors, but the company has hired financial services company Hilco Global to liquidate its merchandise and assets at the stores.
It's been a very warm day, and stick around to find out how those warm temperatures continue into the rest of the week.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
When tornadoes touched down in parts of our viewing area, NewsLink Indiana kept you informed days in advance.
You do need to be seeking shelter.
Marginal risk of severe weather.
And days after.
The roof has been ripped completely off of this house,
giving you a first-hand look at the communities affected.
When your neighbors lose their house and you don't, how lucky you are.
The first to alert you of severe weather before it happens. NewsLink Indiana Weather.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Well, I thought today was just a wonderful day for the eclipse to happen, and it's continuing into the evening. 65 degrees in Muncie, 67 in Indianapolis, and as we head later into tomorrow morning, it's going to stay quite warm for this time of year. 56 degrees at 3 a.m., warm up a little bit to 57, 58 at 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. I've been very happy with these conditions. And again, it's continuing into tonight. 56 degrees will be our low. Partly cloudy conditions, slight breeze, southeast winds at 6 miles per hour. Again, very wonderful this evening. Continuing our trend from today, but as well, we were very, very warm for this time of year. 75 degrees was our today's high. 61 is our average high, much farther above that. 86 degrees was our record high in 2001. Definitely not quite there, but a very pleasant and warm temperatures for this time of year. And that will continue into tomorrow as well. Looking at 8 a.m., 57 degrees, warming up to 65 at noon with some slight gusts, 18 miles per hour. Around 5 p.m. though, that's when you should expect some thunderstorms to arrive. 68 degrees, southeast winds 11 miles per hour. Those thunderstorms are the main event you're going to want to pay attention to as we head into tomorrow evening. And looking at our jet stream as well, you can see up here towards the center of the screen, this light and dark blue right here, that's where we're going to see those cooler conditions as we are north of the jet stream. Those cool conditions are going to cool us down a little bit towards Friday. But as we head a little bit further into the weekend, it's going to warm back up again as we get into the south of that jet stream, continuing those warm trends we've seen throughout the week. And looking at our precision cast, you can see these light clouds are going to move out of the area. These showers arriving again around Tuesday at 7 p.m., continuing into the rest of the week. You should expect rain again, scattered but very consistent throughout the rest of the week here. This high pressure system down in southern Indiana is going to push out those showers as we head into the next weekend. But again, looking at tomorrow, you're going to expect those thunderstorms to arrive, but you're going to want to pay attention as we head into tomorrow evening. You can see right here, these thunderstorms, you can see this pink right here, very severe weather you want to pay attention to, but you're a little south of Muncie, so you're going to want to pay attention as we head into tomorrow evening to see where those thunderstorms end up in Delaware County. I might pay attention to them a lot, especially if you're traveling tomorrow evening anywhere down towards southern Delaware County or coming up towards campus. Our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, you're going to see these above average temperatures focused all throughout here in the Midwest. A bit cooler out towards the west, but again, these above average temperatures driven by that jet stream being north of us throughout most of the week. That's what's driving these very warm and pleasant conditions, reflecting what we saw today during the eclipse throughout the rest of the week. And I'm very excited to continue to bust out my shorts like I did today during the eclipse. I was so excited to see that we could see totality in its whole here in Muncie as those clouds cleared right towards 3 p.m. today. 40% chance of showers on Tuesday, 70 degrees as well, staying quite warm. We're going to dip down a little bit towards Wednesday and Thursday, 64 and 63 degrees. 90% chance of showers here. That's when you're going to expect a lot of the rainfall we're going to see this week. We're going to, again, clear up towards Saturday as those high pressure system pushes out those showers. 65 degrees on Saturday and 73 degrees on Sunday, with 30% chance of showers returning towards the end of the week. And again, I just think this was such a lovely day. I could not have wished for better conditions as we headed into totality, but the rest of the week can have some more showers.
Yeah, definitely pick day of the week for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Couldn't have asked for better weather, honestly. So thank you so much, Ian. And there is lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Jake Garcia has a preview of sports.
One Ball State program is in search of their third straight title, and it's championship time in men's college basketball. All this and more next in sports.
It's something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You just gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I've gained clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo.
Gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh.
My lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures.
Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jake Garcia with sports. Ball State men's volleyball facing off with the McKendree Bearcats over the weekend for a chance at the MIVA regular season title. After going down 2-0 in the first two sets of the match, the Cardinals were down but not out. Led by Tinashe and Davosacheva with a career-high 27 kills, the Cardinals flew back and took the final three sets to win 3-2. With the victory, the Cardinals captured the MIVA regular season crown for the third straight season. The MIVA tournament will be underway this Saturday at 7 p.m. here at Worthen Arena. And while March Madness has been raging on over the past month, a group here at Ball State has been competing in a tournament of their own. NewsLink Indiana's Darren Cobb met with this elite underground team to learn more.
The Underground Manager League. It's an elite league, man. It's an elite league.
While Division I men's basketball teams prepared for their games this season, their manager staff was preparing for a game of their own. For years, there has been an Underground Manager League, and the players take it very serious.
We'll hit each other up either through like Twitter or Instagram if we have contacts, and the night before games, we play other managers. It gets intense. So it's like 2 20-minute halves, gets real intense. You know, some close games. We had, I think, 3 overtime games this past season.
Senior Titus Witt has been managing since his freshman year and credits the role with making him a better person.
You get to really build a bond with not just your managers, but also different managers as well, meeting different people, building your network, connections and stuff like that. And I mean, at the end of the day, we're hooping.
Junior Kyle Gilchrist says that for some of the managers, the games bring out a deep sense of competition.
It's kind of as competitive as you make it. Going out there and we're smacking the floor, we're diving on the floor, we're having fun with it. So
it's not just friendly competition between managers, though. They keep scores and records, and there is even a national ranking that is updated with scores from each matchup. At the end of each season, there is a bracket that sees the teams with the most fan votes advance until the final 8 teams are revealed. Those last 8 teams compete for the championship at the same time as the final 4. Ball State's manager roster had a pretty good season, ultimately finishing 12-3 and ranked in the top 15.
That was huge. I'm a person, I like to talk a lot on the court, like to talk a lot of smack. So being able just to have a number up there and kind of show people that this team was legit and that our manager crew was for real when it came to it.
Although the managers would fall to Kansas in the first round, losing the fan vote on X, they are looking to bounce back next season. In Muncie, Darren Cobb, NewsLink, Indiana.
And the day has finally arrived. No, not the eclipse, but the NCAA Men's Basketball National Championship. UConn will face Purdue for the title at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. This marks Purdue's first appearance in the title game since 1969, as the Boilermakers look to claim their first ever championship in program history. On the other side stands UConn, a team looking to be the first back-to-back national champions since Florida in 2006 and 2007. That game is in progress as we speak. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to getting out of here to catch that game. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Purdue can bring home some hardware to Indiana.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like UConn is up 7, so Purdue's at 5, and UConn is at 7 right now. Of course, we got that first quarter, but who knows what's going to happen. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Jake. Coming up, you may be able to listen to Taylor Swift in more places than just Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Find out where.
And plus, a final look at weather next.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Taylor Swift's temporary channel on SiriusXM launched yesterday. It features music spanning her 17-year-long career. That includes Taylor's version tracks and live recordings. It is on Channel 13, a nod to her famous lucky number. The channel will air around the clock across North America through May 6th.
And I just tuned into, I just subscribed to SiriusXM, so we're going to have to tune in.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Ian. What do we got for weather? I know today's kind of the pick day of the week, but we've got some storms in the way.
Yeah, I was really excited to see today because we were kind of worried if we'd see some cloud cover during the eclipse, but And while we have seen those clear skies today, it's not going to continue throughout the rest of the week. Tuesday, we got a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms towards the evening. Wednesday, 60% chance, 64 degrees, cooling down a little bit. Coolest down on Friday at that 54-degree mark. We're going to clear up those skies a little bit towards Saturday as a high-pressure system moves into the Midwest. You're going to see those showers move out of the area temporarily, returning towards the end of the week on Sunday and Monday. 73 degrees on Sunday, 71 on Monday.
Thanks again, Ian. And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night and stay safe.